Welcome. This is the Curry&Coffee Podcast, episode 4. My name is Brian Rice.
I'm Dan Marlborough.
I'm Matt.
And this is the show where we take your ideas, your topics from the internet, and we discuss them every week. We choose our top 5. Start off this week, topic number 1, ways to turn your ideas into businesses. All right, a little bit of entrepreneurship, popular among the younger generation currently right now, 18 to 25, anybody can make a buck doing anything.
Yep.
How do you guys feel?
So it was, the topic is how to make a business, or how to start a business?
How to turn your ideas into a business. I guess that's kind of like if so you wish type of thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? How to transition a thought into a profit.
Dude, Excel, like the program Excel, not like Excel with your aspirations. Like go into Excel, write down money, like figure out what you can and can't afford, figure out pricing. You need to like by the numbers. Can I make this happen with what I have right now?
Oh, I thought you meant excel as in the idea that you're going to profit off of as being skilled at it. Because is anyone not listed as proficient in Excel on their resume?
I am. I can Excel.
I am not.
Can Excel.
Really? Not listed as proficient in Excel.
You can make that happen. That's easy. I'll show you.
You're listed as like I'm okay.
You'll show me how to type it into my resume.
But I mean, like it's different because like Excel excels me in my career choice, where in other people's career choices they may not do anything for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I agree, Matt, with your statement. You need to be proficient in what you're doing to make money off it. That's a simple thing. Yes, you can make money off a gimmick. Yes, you can make money off nothing. But the percentages are going down so much it's not even funny. You know what I mean? Like at that point, I'd say you're depending on luck. If you're not skilled enough, it comes down to a couple things. Luck. What the fuck was that?
It's the bug. No, it's come back for revenge.
All right, so
You're kidding.
not to disturb this conversation, but we've had an intruder for the last 30 minutes.
We've been trying to murk this bug.
Yeah, we thought we murked this bug, and it just let. I hope you guys heard that on the stream.
Dan put a hit on it, and it's coming back with a spud.
It let loose. It just let loose.
I stormed the thing. Went behind the tires. I forget.
Yo, it's here to troll us for the rest of the podcast.
We have a troll.
Holy shit! That scared the piss out of me.
I think it's like a kida. I think that's the bug. Not Al-Qaeda.
So, all right, whoever's trying to profit off killing bugs, let us know immediately.
Yeah, because Dan is a rook when it comes to killing bugs. He had the opportunity of a lifetime, and he fucking whiffed.
Yeah. But I was trying not to smear bug juice all over your ceiling.
I mean, now we have to do
I know. All right.
Repercussions of not taking care of business.
All right, next time.
Taking care of business.
Yeah. So anyway.
How do we die?
So what do you bring it back to the basics?
Basics.
You're not.
Things.
Well, no, I'm going real basic, real quick.
Yeah.
You're 9. You're
Why
good at
9? You're not making any. You know what you're doing at 9? Selling candy and donuts.
That's kind of where I'm going. So you get good at making lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You profit off the idea. You make a lemonade stand.
Okay.
That's
And?
it. That's,
So, but like
that's just the basics.
let's grow that up a little bit.
I know. I was starting from the bottom.
You got your adult liquor lemonade stand.
There you go.
You're selling southern lemonade, southern teas, and things on the side of the road. How do you expand it? How do you take that and blow it up? Not to just I'm sitting on the sidewalk.
But first, you get your permits because you can't sell liquor on the sidewalk. Let's get that straight. You're gonna get arrested. Find out how not to get arrested doing what you're doing.
Okay.
All right. Be good at selling it. Be good at marketing it. Right.
Yep.
Then run those numbers in an Excel sheet. Find out. Do I take a banknote out to buy this? Oh my God!
Are you kidding me? Dude,
all right, we're on a quest now.
Oh my God!
We might have to do it.
Holy shit!
Right.
Listen, I'm gonna keep hitting home on this.
All right, we need some good tips on killing screaming bugs from the chat.
Dude, this thing's a screamer, a straight screamer.
It's terrifying. This is actually kind of sad.
Yeah, probably because it's scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally, it comes down to luck, comes down to proficiency, and it comes down to marketing and strategy. You know what I mean? And you can't just turn an idea like, hey, I'm gonna videotape myself dancing online and make money off it. You know what I mean? Unless you hit one of those, which at that case it would just be luck. Unless you're super good at dancing, then maybe you can actually.
Gotta go viral. Gotta be really good at your thing and become part of the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of resources now. You got a lot of resources now as far as like online. Like, you know what? I need money. GoFundMe, Patreon me.
Yep. Get on there.
And then that's one part.
Yep.
Get the money.
You gotta connect. You gotta connect to the other people selling adult lemonade on the sidewalk.
Yep.
You gotta find that community. Gotta get in that community, or you gotta videotape yourself selling adult lemonade to your local selectman. Get arrested. Put that on the internet, and then you're gonna be good.
Fuck that thing, though. I fuck that thing.
There you go. No more screaming.
Now we have murder on our podcast.
Chalk it up.
All right. Well,
this will come in handy later. So
how do we?
I'd say we moved right on.
Thank you, Alex Bebo.
Thank you
for your topic.
Thanks to the Screaming Bug for entertaining us for the first 10 minutes. And thank you for joining the Curry and Coffee Podcast. Topic number 2. Facial recognition in U.S. airports. All right, so
Elaborate.
2015, the Customs and Border Control started implementing something called the biometric exit system. So originally, when you left the country, they would scan your face. They would match it with the database of all the U.S. civil systems, and see if you had previously entered illegally. And now I don't know whether they use this to arrest you, but I think they used it to gather information.
Okay.
And so for the first time in Dulles Airport in 2015. And now they expanded it, and I think last year in 2017 to JFK Airport in New York. Mm-hmm. They use it to scan incoming passengers. And so what they do is they will scan your passport, and they'll scan your face to see if they match, to see if they have any files of you from anywhere in the country doing anything, or any files of you anywhere in general. And so I want your opinion on facial recognition at its current state, at its future state.
Okay, so I don't know enough about facial recognition. If I have a beard and I shave my beard, does it go off facial features, like the actual
your beard doesn't. Your beard does not.
That stuff I wasn't sure. I don't know if it's like the position of your eyes, how far away they are, shit like that. But so if it comes to that, it goes to the general rule of thumb. If you're not doing anything bad, you got nothing to worry about.
It's fair. So this has been implemented so far currently in airports as kind of like a prototype system, right? And I think they arrested a first man who entered a U.S. airport with a French visa. And the facial recognition did not match with the passport. So they searched him and found his real ID hidden under the sole of a shoe. Pro tip.
It's a legendary spot to put it. I guess not. But
actually, I guess not, yeah. Pro tip says that now they're going to find you if you put your ID under your shoe. Why even bother having your real ID with you?
On you. Well, I guess all you need
He's got to get back.
Yeah, the fake was to get through that one step of it. After that, then he wouldn't, I guess no, why not?
I just use the fake to go back, too, yeah. But anyway, they arrested this man trying to enter the country, and then I think they deported him without pressing charges. But it just leads me to believe, so
they're just get out of here.
Yeah.
Well, he's not coming. He's not coming back.
Yeah, fair.
I don't think he was a criminal though.
Okay, you're just some.
Yeah.
Dude, does that not make you a criminal?
It does, but it doesn't mean that they have to put you in their jails, which they are doing.
Yeah, fair.
So Border control, another topic. Not this topic.
Fair.
Okay? I want to know, like, where this is going. I don't know. I think this is going to be your next thumbprint.
So, in the UK, they have something called CCTV, which is kind of mass surveillance. And it's on, like, the pedestrian level where it's on, like, the street.
Every street, right?
So, it's not just when you're coming into the country in the airport, you're being monitored
All the time. Yeah, but do they use... That's camera surveillance and not
facial
recognition
am I walking on
technology.
the street and they could zoom in, get my face and know,
but it's the Big Brother level of where it's gonna go.
Yeah, and I agree that facial recognition could go there if applied in that scenario. Like if you added that technology to the CCTV setup in London or whatnot, that then you could start infiltrating people's privacy. But I just mean like you go to the bank or you go to a store and to pay, they scan your face. Your face is connected to your bank account and boom, you scan your face, you're done. You don't get a receipt, nothing.
We're slowly making like baby steps towards there. So we have like the smart pay and everything.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that is fingerprint based. Like on iPhones, you use your fingerprint to open up your phone. If you like double press and then the thumbprint scan, it opens up the smart pay. You tap it on, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's extra steps. You minimize that step. All you have to do is a face. You do a face, or or if the next one's the thumbprint, or if the next one's the face, whatever it is.
Yeah, and people want convenience. Another way to turn your idea into a business.
Convenience. That's the number one.
It's literally it. So, I mean, I am definitely concerned of it on a security level because, like, the fingerprint stuff.
Yep.
From everything I understand, it's like a don't do if you're worried about security. Don't put your thumbprint on. Have your thumbprint on the least amount of things possible.
Oh yeah.
100%. 100%.
It's the OJ plan.
Sure. You know what I mean? What was OJ's plan?
Not to put his fingerprints on anything. Black glove.
Okay. I thought there was a little. I thought it was like a little bit more to that. Like, I thought there was something with OJ. Sorry, I didn't know.
I thought maybe he wrote a book I didn't read in prison or something like that.
I wouldn't.
See, I'm just thinking about like sci-fi movies and like how like in the secret facility they like put their face up to the thing and it opens up the secret door. Like that's how I was looking at it. But for a grocery store purchase for anything,
dude. So I mean, right now I like how they're using it. Like if you want to use it in airports to scan incoming and outgoing traffic, okay, I understand that. I don't know how I would feel about it on a lower level of society where it would really get you. You know what I mean? All right, so I don't want facial recognition. I don't want my thumbprint being used in too many different things.
It's like kind of scary to think about, but on the level of like if you don't, like Dan said earlier, if you don't do anything wrong, it's not like it's still a violation of your privacy, but it's still not. If you don't do anything wrong, it's not going to affect you.
Well,
I still wouldn't want it. So.
See, I disagree there because you could do nothing wrong, and someone else could do something wrong and take your identity and take your things, and that could be made easier by
maybe, but on the face level, I think it gets a little harder.
Maybe on the face level, right?
Social Security,
and that also brings me to one of my most thought ideas is that something like that is only going to happen to you if you're constantly being like, someone's out to get me. Someone's gonna fucking take my shit, steal my money, scan my face, cut my thumb off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's only gonna happen if you're thinking like that. So stop thinking like that.
Don't think about that.
So you said you weren't sure how you felt about it on a smaller scale. The new iPhone opens up via facial recognition.
Yeah, the current ones open up via thumbprint.
Yep.
You can do that.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's something I've chosen not to do.
Not to use? Interesting. Yeah. So like that's on my phone where my phone I open up via fingerprints. Right. It's not thumbprint, it's on the back side, but yeah, it's a fingerprint.
I totally took the convenience route. Blasting thumbprints from my bank, log in my bank account.
My credit card is fingered.
Wow.
Yep.
I didn't know that, and that's hey.
Well, so like, how do you feel about opening up your phone with a face? Is that them taking pictures of your face? Is that them having your face?
I mean, listen, they're already using the camera in your phone. Let's not be ignorant about it. You know what I mean?
I'm saying if they do use the camera in your phone to review your
face. No, I mean, I wouldn't prefer it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't prefer it. I don't use my phone all as an all-accessing device enough to want those kind of things.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, everything that I want, I can go on the internet, on the computer or whatever, and figure it out. You can say it's a little bit of paranoia, but, like, I don't find that the effort that it takes to find these things is that much more that I need to have something like a thumbprint or your face involved, like something so secure and important. Like, I'd rather just not have them involved and take the extra fucking 30 seconds to a minute to get what I wanted to get.
I can verify your point of view because of the black tape that's over your laptop camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I see that a lot at work. I see a lot of people have, and in personal life have it over. I don't care if the FBI is watching. They got to show.
I mean, it's not even for the FBI, dude.
If anybody's watching, like
just like
they gotta
personal
show.
security, you know what I mean? It's just like, I guess if I wanted to take pictures with it, sure, I could
take tape off and go for it.
and deal with it, you know what I mean? But just from like people that I know in the security world of computers say, like, it's like a clear step, like it's a simple thing to do and you should be doing it. And I don't necessarily believe that, but like I don't use it. What good is it to me? Tape it up. I'm done. Yeah, and I don't care. I don't care either which way, but I know that it's happening because it's clearly happening on my phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's clearly listening to you.
I think of it like, forget the angle of like super high-tech cameras taking a photo of your face at the airport. They probably can get all they need from your social media.
Probably.
They go on there. Your face is taken in so many, your Snapchats, your Facebook.
Yeah. But this is where the facial recognition comes in. If you use a facial recognition and you give it to something, to apply it to something, then it can be legally used and legally used against you.
Yeah, but
if they take your face off a phone and try and use that in court, that's not you can't do that.
Right.
So yes, they'll do it. I bet you they'll do it.
But I think certain things that you put your face on, you might not know are able to be kind of taken like that. Like Facebook, like, is it illegal? I don't know.
No. See, Facebook did have something like that recently, and I imagine if you hit allow, you have given up your rights.
That's what I mean. So
I think signing up for Facebook in general, I think like in a long TSO, terms of services, that you agree to, it says anything you post on there is public.
But they have a legit, like, to log in with facial recognition. I don't know if it was facial recognition, but like say if they did that, okay? Yep. Say if Facebook said, new login.
Yeah, you need
just scan your face onto your computer, and this is how you log into Facebook now. And automatically by clicking allow to Facebook, whether you believe it or not, that can be used.
Yeah,
we said a couple of podcasts ago, it'd be ignorant to think that you're not being watched.
Yeah. Right. Now, this is funny because, like, I'm coming from the angle of the tape on the camera thing, but I find this facial recognition stuff absolutely fascinating. I'm 100% behind it. Like, I like this science in terms of, like, a nerd way. Like, I find this fascinating.
Okay.
I find this
scientific.
I find it scientifically fascinating. Absolutely. And in that sense, I'm behind it. From a private security thing, maybe not so much, but I actually find this stuff very cool.
So the fact that they can look at your face and say, this isn't you, compared to this is you. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough.
And who knows? You know what? At some point, it might come in handy for you.
I'm sure.
Like you said, someone's stealing your identity. It might help you.
Yeah, it might be on the other side where someone tries to be you and can't because their face doesn't match up to your face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, speaking of Facebook implementing something of the sorts, right? Social media platforms.
Yep.
Where do you think technology will go? And what social media platform do you think will die next?
Facebook.
Hopefully Pinterest.
Is that really social media though? Like, is Pinterest that far? Like, I'm talking like
it's media and it's very social.
I'm talking about the giants.
I know, I'm kidding.
I'm talking about the giants.
Kind of.
I also hope Pinterest. So my first thought was Snapchat.
Yep.
And I looked at it, and they have lower numbers of users on it, but positive numbers of growth. So 255 million users per capita use Snapchat, which is low. That's only somewhere between 16 and 20 of current social media giants.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's still a smaller scale company.
Yeah.
But it's still growing.
Because social media dies when it becomes less about the user experience and more about the business. So when they start throwing ads in, automatic videos, things like that, deters you from the service, they're trying to make money.
Then why isn't Facebook dead?
It's not dead, but I mean, personally, I haven't had a Facebook for like
That's
a year.
what I was gonna say.
It's not dead though.
I'm not saying it's dead, but it's now thought of as like less of a cool social media place to go.
Do you agree with that stigma?
That Facebook media is...
That Facebook is not being used nearly as much by people?
No, it's incorporated into our daily lives. It became that. Like, that's...
No, but this is how you feel.
So now I'm thinking about it, I'm changing my answer.
This is how you feel. You feel that less and less people like this. This has been a current topic. This isn't just you. This is
No. I was saying why Snapchat isn't dead yet. But
you
saying
said like Facebook.
Yeah, well, I think
that's a current event.
It is, but I think Facebook is on the way to becoming less of a social media and more of like a kind of like business. Like, I feel like in like...
So Facebook's on their way out, is what you're saying? Like, right now it's killing it.
No,
not on its way out. It's diverging from what it was going to be.
Just being a social site.
Being a social site. It's now going to being like a business, like more of a business than just supposedly a place that you could just create a profile and I don't know. Okay. I feel like it's diverging from like social media into like this, because all you can go on there now, it's just like automatic videos, ads, like I don't know.
And that like I originally said Facebook, but as you started talking about it, it made me think that Facebook has a streaming service that people use like they do for Twitch and and even for other things. But even like just the meme pages alone, they're making a shitload of money. You can your job can be a moderator to a Facebook page.
That's what I mean. It's less social media, more just like. But
I mean, it is less social media, but people are still profiting from it. Yeah. Like normal people are profiting from it, and people are using it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a stigma. People think like if you gauge people, they feel like I'm not into Facebook. I don't want to be on Facebook. I hear more and more of these people, but yet Facebook just keeps going up and up and up, dude. It's the giant, dude. It is the giant.
It is, but all right. I feel like this is like, you know what, this could be a whole other topic of Facebook. But, sorry, I just meant like how I see Facebook going, but it's not going to die. It's going a different direction, which is a little different. For social media that's going to die, what's your social media that's going to die?
I'm still on Facebook, but I'm thinking changing it, but I think Snapchat...
Like MySpace died.
MySpace died.
Facebook is just changing course into a different thing.
MySpace died because of the creator of MySpace. MySpace was created by someone. He created it.
Tom.
He made his money, and he stopped caring about MySpace. And it died.
Oh, he sold it.
Well, he sold it, but it also it stayed stagnant. It was the same thing from the day you got it to the day we stopped using it. It was the same thing.
So, just to put this in context, right? So, all I hear is about people wanting to get off Facebook. Facebook is bad. Facebook is this. Facebook is that. And yet the numbers just keep going up, dude. You're talking about per month, per millions of users, 2196, which means 2,196,000,000 users per month are on Facebook. And this is how I kind of see it, right? So I said Snapchat originally.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if that's correct because who uses Snapchat? Us, right?
Yep.
Who else? Who else uses Snapchat?
Everybody younger than
your niece, your nephew, right? Now, my brother and sister are 35 and 40. Your sister is somewhere in that age?
41.
Okay. But they don't use Snapchat, but they do use Facebook.
You use Facebook,
right? Age 18 to 29, our age group,
Yep.
88% of people are using social media, right?
Just any social media?
Any.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
That will keep Snapchat alive in general, right? So, because Snapchat in that age group is king.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's I bet if you polled per age group, per million users, per platform, that's where you'd see Snapchat's numbers is in like that age group, and so that's obviously the highest, right? Stat to blow your mind: age 50 to 64, 64% of those ages are on social media, which I was surprisingly thought that was higher.
You think that number is higher than it should be, or that number is?
It's higher than I expected it to be.
Really interesting. No, I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
like, I've got grandparents that have Facebooks just so they can keep tabs.
Yeah, you'll see it, but like I didn't expect 64% of them to be on it.
Yeah, I think the older generation. If there's anybody over the age of 60, I'm about to say some shit, and I'm sorry that's watching, but I think if you're over the age of 60, you're realizing that if you're not changing, if you're not adapting, you're gone. That's it. You're out of touch.
Yeah, it's adapting. It's staying in touch, staying connected.
That's if you right now, if you don't have a Facebook, let me rephrase it. If you're not something somewhere on social media, you're out of touch.
Fair.
And I think very out of touch.
Okay, so this is why I thought after kind of looking at it, it's not going to be Snapchat. Now, I don't know how Twitter stays afloat because I don't know what it does different, and that's why I think it's going to be Twitter.
Ooh, interesting.
But yet, so many people still use it, and I can't give you a legit reason. But in my mind, I got a reason. I'll tell you what. I really hope it's Tumblr, but that thing has existed for so long, dude.
No, Yahoo owns it. It'll go now.
Yahoo owns Tumblr?
Mm-hmm. I found that out last week.
No shit.
Yeah. Interesting. In my mind, it always comes back to Twitter. Like, I don't know how Twitter just keeps doing what it's doing because it's just the same thing.
So what Twitter does that all the other social media don't is Twitter is short, instant, whatever. And that's what people fucking love about Twitter.
24/7 news cycle.
That's what it is. That's the reason.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just disagreeing with what it is.
It brought the news cycle from 24/7 to 24/7 60 seconds. You know what I mean? Just every by the fucking second shit is being updated. Ooh, hit me with that Miller Lite.
Yeah, Miller Lite.
Twitter exists because even though I don't use it and it's a fucking echo chamber.
What a word!
I really like that.
It's something to you look at top Twitter posts and they feel important because when something's that was a meaty one. So when something is reposted 1,000 times, it feels important, even though it isn't. Someone could say some dumb shit I don't know. Give me what's a dumb Twitter post that you've seen recently?
Joe Rogan looks like a Ninja Turtle that wished to be a...
There you go. It's a dumb thought that someone thought of.
Yeah.
But it gets a ton of reposts and shit, and it blows up and everyone sees it and it becomes a big thing.
I think...
When it comes down to it, it boils down to it's just stupid shit.
I think anybody that's ever had a Twitter has always tried to come up with something they thought was funny enough to go viral, or something that was relatable enough to be retweeted enough. If you haven't made that tweet, then you don't care about social media, and you just say things on the internet to say things on the internet, and that's cool too. But I think if you give a little shit about social media, you've made a Twitter account, and you've tried to say something super relatable so that people retweet it. And
if you think of an idea, and you have the time to write it and tweet it down, you want people to read it. You want the attention of I thought of this idea, please.
But why couldn't you have just put that idea on Facebook?
Facebook can share, but Facebook isn't about sharing.
True.
Facebook is the like and comment, and that's pretty much it. Where Twitter is retweet, favorite, and then reply.
Yeah.
And I think a big thing with Twitter is the replying and how they separate replies from main tweets on accounts. Mm-hmm. I think it's a big thing where you're not seeing all the comments, you're only seeing the important ones.
I think also a big thing is if we take like the three big ones we talked about, like Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat, it goes by your direct interaction with famous or popular people or people you look up to, right? So Snapchat's the most direct. You are literally, they made a story, you click on it, and you're seeing them at that moment, 2 minutes ago, what they were doing. Twitter, 3 minutes ago, they tweeted about what they're doing.
Live tweeting something, right?
Facebook, you know, they posted a photo, they did a dig. You're like, I'm not really that connected. But if it's Snapchat, you're like watching their life. It's
Kylie
weird.
Jenner is at the beach right now.
If I see another goddamn, what's the one that's always in the bikini that's on the stories?
Demi
Lovato.
Nope.
That other one. Not that one.
Emily Ratajkowski.
Yeah, there's that one. Yep.
I see that one all the time, and because I like her, I click it all the time.
Yep.
So you're right. You're right. That is how it works, and maybe that's why neither of those three will go away. And now there's 20 other social media platforms that we've never heard of that might die off, but clearly we're trying to find the fall of a giant.
The big names.
Yeah. Because I mean,
I think out of the big three we said, at least for short term, I don't see any of them dying. Facebook is moving away from being like a social media like it was. The other ones, like you said, Twitter. What will make Twitter become less important to people's daily life?
I think just stagnation in Twitter. It being itself will be like a slow death by time type thing.
So you think people will get sick of seeing constant updates, kind of?
No, I just don't think it'll change. In something else that's better will come out. And I don't mean that in terms of Twitter, but I think that's how MySpace died. You know what I mean? Something better came out that was that, and it never changed and slowly died. And that's how that's going to have to happen. Now, there's some things that won't die like that. Perfect example, something that will never die is Reddit.
Yeah,
it'll never die.
It's so ever changing.
It's trying.
Community driven.
Yeah.
It's like literally. Yeah. It'll never die because there's 10,000 people in our Dark Souls that are never going to leave it because they're like, this is how I talk to other Dark Souls players, or today I learned whatever. There's a million communities that's just not going to die.
It's still community driven, but less than the community, the people that run it are. It's like one of those things where like it seems like they're starting to try to kill it. Like I don't know if you've been on there recently where they revamped the website.
Yep,
it sucks compared to
love it.
Interesting. Okay,
love it.
Why?
It's the things that I care about in a bigger format on the screen.
So you like the interface better?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, I have the option to go to old Reddit, and I like this Reddit new.
Interesting.
What I don't like is Reddit news.
I don't even
you mean when they like blast your phone with random things you don't care about?
It's a whole nother tab. There's your popular tab. There's your home tab, which is things that normally you would want to see more. There's your popular tab, and then there's a news tab where you go, and it's like global and current event type deal.
I have not once ever clicked on whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. Well, I use it on mobile, which is like way more streamlined.
That's where it shows up more. That's where it's a little more privy to the eye.
So going back to what you were talking about with those 10,000 people in Dark Souls, I took a class recently in communications, and we were talking about like broadcasting and how like that's broad and open.
Yeah.
And we live in a world now where it's about narrowcasting, where it's about these super small niches of things that are gaining popularity because a certain group of people care about it. Like there's Dark Souls, and you get 10,000 people that give a shit about Dark Souls. And there's podcasts for anything. I mean, shows that have 5,000 viewers.
How to cook a pizza.
Yeah, they've got podcasts on how to cook anything. It's super narrowcast, which I think is cool because if you have these odd and like niche, is it niche or niche? Niche.
I switch between. I don't.
Yeah, I say
whatever
niche,
the fuck you want to be.
But no, like if you have this niche interest, you can watch something or join this community of people that also agree with or that fuck with.
I've watched so much power washing porn.
Yeah.
Which I never thought of.
I've never once power washed anything, and it's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
You ever see the mirror one?
No.
The one where people take pictures of mirrors, of like vintage mirrors, and it's like People who caught themselves in the
In
picture
the
of the
picture,
mirror.
yeah, that's great. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, that's what I'm doing when I get home.
Oh, it's
It's
phenomenal.
fucking phenomenal.
As a side note to mirrors, do you know what color a mirror is? My tidbit of information as a transition into whatever next subject we go.
I want to
don't
say
like this
something
question.
dumb like
Magenta.
fucking invisible.
Nope. It's actual color. It's an actual like
A
color of the
mirror is
rainbow.
a specific color.
Yep.
What's all the colors combined called?
A rainbow,
I don't-
Brian.
Megamorphian? No, it's not.
I don't know what all the
What color's a mirror? Oh, that's interesting.
Yep.
Is it purple?
Mm.
What if it was purple?
What if it was purple?
Is it Rhabnopterus prime?
Yes. Actually, no.
I'd probably
green.
think I was about to say
Sorry,
green.
fine, yeah. So if you were to take a mirror and like reflect it back into itself and look into it, it would show up as this like very dark pale green color. Yep. So if you're in a room full of like boxed in of mirrors, like the room wouldn't be instant reflections forever until time. You would see yourself reflected until you're like minuscule, but the mirror itself would be green.
Sounds fucking terrifying. Do you think that's how? Do you think green screen was kind of invented from that? That's actually I have no idea. I can't talk about
Green
that subject.
green screen is because it's just the least popular color of things to wear. Is that like wicked lime green? That's why they use it.
So it's cheap?
And not that it's cheap, it's just that it's a color that like if you were to look around this garage right now, if we put a green screen, like it wouldn't capture anything. You couldn't do black because your hat's black. Like you get dark lines in your shirt, you get dark lines there.
Green lines right there.
Yeah, sorry. So the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have one Green Lantern and like a hook thing up over in this corner.
Yeah.
But it's just the least popular color.
Gotcha.
That's
Yeah. All right.
Who was that subject from? Who was it? What social media will die next? Sean Lunny.
Sean, you gave us
Lunny, the GOAT.
You gave us stuff to talk about.
Contributors to this episode of the Curry&Coffee Podcast: Alex Bebo, Sean Lunny. We have Brian Rice, fucking asshole.
calling himself out.
Topic number 4. Brought to you by Craig Fourier. Just for you, Twitch. Best boss fights. This is something I would love for anyone watching us. Hit us with your best boss
Blast
fights.
him in chat. I want to read him.
We could talk about this for a
real long time. Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about one real quick. Final Fantasy VII Sephiroth Final Battle
Final battle.
Can't-
It's a classic.
Can't
with the
relate.
music.
Can't relate,
Saying
but I know
Sephiroth.
the music.
Okay. So, I'm going to hit you with something real quick.
Okay.
It's also Sephiroth,
Kingdom Hearts.
but it's from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
1.
Ooh,
When
yeah.
you fight him in the Coliseum.
Pain in the ass.
That shit was epic. That shit was hard. It fucking hit me on all the levels. All the feels. It was Sephiroth. It was hard. It was fucking cool. It was dynamic. It just nailed it. Hit
The
the nail
music's
on the
unreal.
head.
The
Yeah.
Sephiroth battle music is
That's
an unreal next level.
Dude, we saw it live.
Alright, fuck off.
Okay, next
So,
one. What do you got?
I originally wanted to say Ornstein and Smoke from Dark Souls. Because Dark Souls
Doesn't have to be one, but
is my favorite game. That boss battle itself is the dynamics of it, of like kill one and then fucking the other one like kills the other one and then you have to do the second one. Like that's next, like the whole thing, the lore behind
yeah,
it.
next level.
Cool. But then I was thinking about which one has like affected me most. Dude, it's the Final Four in Pokemon.
Wow.
ooh,
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah. Dude, like that was a boss. Like you had to do all 4 basically at once. You had to fight 4 fucking leaders.
And then you fought fucking Red.
Dude, well, Gary. Let's just be. I know we
Sorry, I wasn't going by the
over
lore.
but that's Gary.
Yeah,
Fair.
But no,
Fair.
like I thought
I called him. I named him Fuck, so I fought Fuck.
Battle fuck.
Yeah.
So I can hit you with a similar instance, and that's the final level of Fire Emblem
Okay.
for the Game Boy Advance.
Interesting choice.
Dude, that game epic. Anyway, last
It's a real
game,
fun
you're trying to save the fucking world.
Yeah.
Shit's about
Twist.
to happen. Someone's about to turn into a dragon. You need to, and you go through this entire level of situation trying not to lose your party just to get to this fucking boss that you're gonna get annihilated.
Dude, Fire Emblem is a trying game on your soul because when people die, they're dead in your party.
They're dead.
They're
Yep,
gone.
They're dead.
And don't be a save scum person and like bring them back. Live through the hardship.
I don't know.
Be a man.
Me
Become
with
a
tea.
man.
No.
Yeah,
Save
it was
scum
me
it
with
all
tea.
day, baby.
Yeah. If I had a dollar for every time I'd like hard shut off a console because I knew I could save that way, or like go back to original saves but didn't autosave.
Yeah, I saved at every level, and I would redo every level if I because I liked this is how I like doing it. I liked playing risky. I liked it. I enjoyed it, and I played risky just to die, fucking quit that shit, and redo it and perfect it.
Yes.
Ooh,
Okay.
100%.
All right.
100%, dude. And then occasionally, you spent 4 hours on a singular level, and then all of a sudden someone died, and they were like in the middle of the road where like I had hopes and aspirations for you, and you just have to keep going.
Yeah, your axe skills could have been +1. You asshole.
Could have.
I got one. Do you go? I'll let you go first.
I'm waiting on you.
Ooh. So another good one is Metal Gear Solid 3: The End. That boss battle.
Is that the sniper dildo?
Yes.
The old sniper dildo.
Old guy.
So I've never played this game. I'll talk my save then.
Well, basically, you just enter an area, and he's just this old dude in camo, and you can't even see him, and you gotta like do this like it's like almost like a puzzle. Like he like runs different areas.
You gotta get to him.
Yeah, you gotta get to him, and you have gotta use like thermal vision. You gotta use your camo to hide from him while he's like, shooting at you, and you just look it up or play it.
That whole Metal
whole
Gear
game,
Solid was all about sneaking around for the most part, right? Like it wasn't a super bash him up, kill him.
It was about sneaking around, but the boss battles were just like fucking from outer space. Like you fought a guy with jetpacks who shot bees at you. Like it was those boss battles were fucking insane. But
Yeah.
that one sticks out because it was like terrifying. But yeah,
I remember watching a Mojo top 10 hardest boss battles.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that sniper dildo was one of the tough ones.
Yeah.
Because apparently, like,
why is he a dildo?
I don't know, because he's just an old dildo. He's
Okay.
just an old guy. But apparently, like, from what I saw from this video and what I heard, is that he's impossible to see.
You gotta use thermal.
Yeah, you can't find, but he also like does things that like block him from the thermal as you like continue on.
Sucks.
Yeah, I've heard that it was like a really like painstakingly difficult.
It was, but it was like the Dark Souls level rewarding.
No, once you
you're
did it, you're like, fuck
fucking
yeah.
shit.
Fuck
Yeah. See, Dark Souls had many good bosses for me. Like I could hit you with 10 Dark Souls boss that I was like, yo, I felt fucking phenomenal, dude. Like, I'm about to get a tattoo of a Dark Souls boss. As
Which
my
one?
next
Which one?
Guess. I'd give you 3 guesses out of Dark Souls 3.
So Dark
Ooh,
Souls
at
3?
Did we power through that?
We did. We
Powered
powered through.
Hmm.
I've hit it twice.
So I just took a quick glance at chat, and someone said a boss from Dark Souls 3, and it might be that boss.
It's a good one.
But SPP523 said the Twin Princes. Oh, so
not
it's
the tattoo.
that one. Okay.
That's not the tattoo, but
Okay.
also an epic
Yeah,
boss
that's a
battle.
killer boss
On the same line of thinking
Arise,
yours.
my brother.
No, mid game here.
Mid-game for a boss, Dark Souls 3.
What's the
There's the Abyss Watchers, that's kind of mid-game. But yeah, I was like, I don't think it's promising.
what's the one? I'm ashamed I can't think of the name. But what's the one where you're in the cathedral and he like makes a phantom of himself? Yes.
Yeah, that's
Sullivan.
no, Pontiff Sullivan.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the cathedral. The name doesn't sound right. It might be Pontiff Sullivan. I remember that boss name, but I don't know if that's one of the cathedral. Like super white background. That's a dope boss. Where one sword is like fire and one sword. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's a cool ass boss battle.
That's a dope
That's
boss
a cool
battle.
ass
That's
boss
one of my
battle.
favorite bosses aesthetically.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just like the boss itself.
That's a cool ass boss battle.
And then the actual battle itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not the hardest. You know
Yep.
what I mean? That's not one of the. This is the hardest.
Yep.
But
Yep. Hey man, I'm all
Cool
for
shit.
Dark Souls tattoos.
Yeah.
Big fan.
We're gonna be on that level soon.
Huge fan.
Another one for me, and this is like on a nostalgia based, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seymour, Final Fantasy X.
Oh.
I can name
Good
two.
one.
I can name two. The first time you fight him in Makalania Temple, I believe.
Yes.
You go across the frozen lake.
It's right before
you
the
go,
lightning.
You fight Anima for the first time. You kill him, but he comes back. You don't even know you left him there to die. He's dead. And then you fight him in Bavel again, and he becomes this motherfucking silver.
Monster.
Yeah, he becomes this like
Dragon Ball Z shit.
Exactly, and he turns epic, and you gotta fight him in Bavel, and that's fucking dope. When you fight him in that hallway on that bridge.
Yep. Dude, that's another one like Sephiroth where like the music
Epic.
sells it. Dude.
The music makes everything. Video games, movies, television. Music is what makes things cool.
Yeah. This is weird because for Final Fantasy X, Seymour is not the final boss, but he's the best boss. He's the best villain in the game.
Okay.
But he's not the final boss.
Yeah.
The final boss was
Twist.
it's a plot twist. But Seymour is like the functioning villain of Final Fantasy X.
Okay.
So.
Looks like an idiot, but
That's some hit him with the nostalgia. If you have any favorite bosses, please let us know. We'll talk about it. We'll comment on it. You'll comment on it.
we gotta.
Yep.
I mean, we might as well. We have one other one, Ganon.
Ooh.
They didn't specify what game though, which I think makes it a little harder. It's like 64. Like,
well, if you're going,
Depends on if you're a Zelda guy. Like personally, for me, I'm not going to drop Ganon on you because I've never even beaten a Zelda game.
that hurts.
I've beaten 7 Final Fantasies and never a Zelda.
Yeah.
Now I'll get there in my life.
you should. It's worth it.
So
There's a lot of good games.
when it comes to Zelda games, there's Ganon and there's Ganondorf. Ganondorf was like 64 and everything, but old school Link to the Past was Ganon. And Link to the Past and the very first Legend of Zelda, I think, was also Ganon. But dude, Link to the Past, whoever said Ganon, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
That's a top tier boss.
And I don't think you guys played it, but Breath of the Wild, also a good Ganondorf Ganon comp.
It's on my list. I got
Were they both in it?
Well, usually what happens is Ganondorf turns into Ganon, which is a more monstrous form.
Yep.
Oh,
So it's like the
Ganondorf's
second
like the
phase.
human one.
the red hair.
So it's
dude.
64 Ocarina of Time. And that's
There you go.
Also, something I want to play. Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
For sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, if you got Switches, chat, donate them. We'll give you a mailing address.
Yep. Nintendo. Hook us up
Send
with
them
that
over.
sponsorship. Let's say some good things
I will
about you.
play Breath of the Wild live. If anyone has a Switch, I will do this.
Now we're gaming.
And I will give it back to you too. Like if you want, I will play Switch. I will play Breath of the Wild live every single waking hour of me playing live. Probably some horrific shit going on in this situation, but I will do it if someone wants to do this for me. But I probably will not buy a Switch. I'll probably just end up
And
playing
flashbacks.
it for Matt.
Yep. That's how I've been waiting for it.
So we're moving on. Topic number 5. We're gonna blast this last topic, right?
Round 5? How we talk? Wow. Jesus
Topic
Christ.
number 5. We're gonna hit the lightning round here. All right.
Here we
Lightning
go.
round.
Lightning round.
So
is-
lightning round.
Yeah.
This or that. Lots of things where people say, do you prefer X or Y? These are all things chosen by you. We're just gonna fucking rattle them off.
And we got a lot of these this
Just
week. We got a lot of
shitload
these.
of
You know
them.
what I mean? A lot of this or that. A lot of short topics. We appreciate it. We're gonna hit them all in the lightning round that we can, that we think are good. I'm going to alternate between you two. If you want to hit me with one, you're gonna have to stop me. So.
Okay.
First, blondes or brunettes, Matt?
Brunettes.
Okay. Boxers or briefs, Dan?
Briefs. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Dinner at restaurants, dinner at home, Matt?
Restaurants.
Restaurants.
Definitely.
Xbox or PlayStation, both of you?
Xbox.
PlayStation.
Okay.
Whack.
Fire at friends or going to a bar, Dan?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. It's that's dependent on the crowd. I would rather go to a fire with friends.
No.
But
Too much for like.
One or the other.
Too
One
much.
or the other.
Bar then. I don't have enough good friends that all get
Fucking
together.
alcoholic.
Okay, Matt. Emo girl pants or Jinko jeans?
Emo girl pants.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely, dude. If you want to bring back Jingo pants, I fucking hate you.
Swing our hatchets if we must.
Oh my
Every
God.
single one of us.
God.
Would you
damn.
rather take
I'm
a
angry now.
both of you? Would you rather take a burn from a hot pocket or eat cereal until it starts to rip open the top of your mouth?
Ooh.
Cereal.
Yeah.
The reason I say that, can I do a quick story? I know it's lightning round.
Yeah.
So my roommate in college,
What a lightning round.
when I was at UMass Dartmouth, He cooked a. It actually probably wasn't a Hot Pocket, but it was pizza related. So like a Hot Pocket or pizza. But what happened was he cooked it too long and he opened the microwave and he would take the first bite and it was so hot that it melted the flesh from the top of his lip and he had to walk around for like 4 weeks and it scabbed and that's why you don't fuck with that.
It's like herpes.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Jeez, that's
First
ruthless.
year of college, you don't want to walk around.
That's ruthless.
All right. It's going to be all three of us here.
Okay.
To give up one of your five senses, smell, hearing, eyesight, touch, or taste, what would it be?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What kind of lightning round
So,
question is this?
sight, smell, taste, hearing, touch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going. No, I'd probably go with touch, but like,
5,
fuck. I don't know.
2, 1.
Touch.
Pick.
It's touch. It's
Touch.
touch.
Touch is
I hate it, but it's touch.
I give up the eyesight.
Over everything, you give up eyesight?
Just to fuck around.
No,
No!
that was my second choice.
Yeah.
But like, I was thinking touch.
I got too serious about it. You can't fuck around.
No, I think it's
I feel like if
Touch all day.
I can never feel like a nice soft ass blanket, like I'd be pissed.
Just a soft ass.
Dude, like,
But come in comparative to the other things.
next time you have sex, you don't feel nothing.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Like you get
Ooh,
nothing.
I'm thinking
you get
touching my
nothing.
fingers, not
Yeah,
the whole body.
the whole body.
Yeah, the
you
whole body.
get nothing, dude. Rolling yourself up in a warm blanket, you can't feel how fucking toasty that shit is.
You know where I'm going to go with this? Smell. I'd give him smell.
Yeah, fuck smell. You're
Well,
right, you know?
No, but smell bleeds into taste.
I
A
don't
lot of your
care.
taste is because
That's true. If you don't have a sense of smell, I get it.
you're murking two senses.
I'd probably honestly get rid of them both, though. So,
Dude, like if I can't taste chicken parm,
no, don't care.
This isn't a
Sucks.
lightning round.
I think I eat most food based off of need to eat food and not flavor.
I respect that. But I respectfully disagree. Like I'm into some good shit. Like I want
Yeah, no, I'm into good shit too,
Yeah.
but like when it comes down to it, if you put the pressure on,
yeah,
fuck, dude, because I can still eat. You're not telling me I can't eat.
yeah, fair. So I know somebody that has no sense of taste, and they love lettuce because it feels cool in their mouth.
Already sounds like a nightmare.
Awesome.
So
That's fucking awesome.
No.
All right. Next. Would you rather be limited to only eating dog meat or go vegan?
Vegan, easy. Like you replace dog meat with vegan.
Like
Vegan.
all meaning is dog meat or all meaning is vegetables?
I believe the question, because I saw this, Haley, thank you, that it was if you had to replace meat in whatever you eat. So if you have chicken parm instead of chicken,
Vegetarian.
vegan. There's a difference between vegetarian and vegan.
I'm sorry, vegan.
Fucking disrespectful.
I know.
They're the veganites after you.
Yeah, no, definitely vegan.
And to end this lightning round,
Mm-hmm.
would you give up one of your balls, one of your testicles, 30 grand?
Easy.
Yeah, I don't want kids.
Right now. Easy.
Easy, 30 grand.
Call a doctor up.
Do you not have
Easy.
kids if you get rid of one of them? Can you not
No,
have
no,
kids?
you can still
have kids.
blast that.
Oh, 100%.
I just have less of a chance,
Yeah.
probably, right?
Yeah,
I would have to assume that
Right.
you produce less sperm in general, but like I know they like they put like a little silicone ball in there, so like you still look the same. Like
if I can choose when to get rid of it, that would be prime.
Right
Then I would
now.
do it.
I'm
Right
gonna
now?
look, I'm gonna look into this after the podcast.
I'm talking like it won't happen. Like it's a super. I've looked into this.
Oh, you gotta be
I've
like-
actually done research into it 'cause I was
You
like,
gotta be
fuck
perfect
it, like,
human.
let's get rid of them. You have to be a perfect human, but you also have to find somebody that needs a ball, and that spectrum of people is super limited to begin with.
Yeah.
But dude, in a heartbeat, fucking
If
Dr.
anyone
Jabroni
needs,
walks in,
anyone needs an extra testicle, hit
Yeah.
up Dan Curry&Coffee Podcast. This
let me
lightning round
know.
was brought to you by
3 people hit
Brandon
up.
LaFerrier,
Yep.
with majority of the questions coming in hot. Haley
Ton of
Stark, thank you. I'm not going to eat dog meat, so and
Really?
I'd go vegan.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I'd go
you said
vegan.
it, yeah, definitely.
And Tim Hollis with the question
You're
of
a fucking bum.
the night. Thank you all for joining us tonight. This is the Curry and Coffee Podcast, episode 4. Please, on Wednesdays, we're going to ask you for your opinion.
Yep.
We'd like all the topics you can give us. We'd like to shout you out. We're going to put this on YouTube. We're going to try and put this on YouTube.
It's gonna happen.
Join us right now, currently, every Friday 8:30. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Love you.
Have a
Bye.
good night.